Unbelievably, it is once again time to start thinking about the end of summer and the beginning of fall, along with the return to school for your child. This is a particularly important year for your family if this will be your child's final year of high school. Here's a month-by-month college funding calendar. These timely steps will keep you on track with the important business that needs to be managed throughout the school year. September. With the beginning of the school year, September is the ideal time to get your student thinking about all of the available college options. Visit the college's websites for a quick overview and then order brochures and applications from the most intriguing schools. We recommend that your student focus in on at least 6 schools, including a couple of safety schools. Safety schools are colleges that you are confident will accept your child and charge a tuition rate that your family can manage. We also recommend that your child select a reach school among the 6, in the event that the senior year is one in which your student dramatically exceeds expectations. Once the schools are selected, you can start submitting applications. Bear in mind that the application process costs money, but it is worth the investment. You will see that the greater number of schools that accept your child, the more financial options you will have in the future. The expenses vary, but they aren't all the same for every applicant because your EFC is determined solely by your personal finances. Savvy parents make certain that their financial situation is arranged in such a way that keeps the EFC as low as possible. October. This is when the paperwork really starts to fly. This is the time to complete all of the college application and financial aid forms. Do this early. Of course, people can file the FAFSA form at fafsa.gov whenever you like after October 1st, but in the interest of maximizing your college funding options, we always reiterate that you must file it as soon as possible. Many private scholarships are also ripe for the harvesting in October, so expand your search for some private scholarships this month. We hope that you will not be surprised to discover that there is not a treasure trove of scholarships out there that will cover all of your college funding fees. November. Deadlines will become a frequent worry over the course of this school year, but in the month of November, you will want to make sure that your FAFSA has been submitted. Financial aid is awarded on a first-come, first-served basis. This means that the later you file the FAFSA form, the less money there is available. Also, if you submit your form with errors, it may cause your application to be bumped out of line. Consequently, your opportunity for receiving an award diminishes. Don't go past November without knowing that your FAFSA has been submitted and is in good order. You may also start to see the results from filing your FAFSA. Your results are called a Student Aid Report, or SAR, and they include an early estimate of your EFC. This is huge information. Check the SAR and EFC carefully. Determine that all of the numbers used are completely accurate. Thankfully, you can make any necessary changes on Part 2 of the SAR. That's what it's designed for. In addition, this month, you may see an early deadline for the CSS profile form, usually requested by private schools. We highly recommend that you contact the colleges your child is applying to directly to ask whether they require any additional forms and what their deadline dates are. December. This month is certainly busy for most families, but you can add to the calendar a truly vital deadline for December. First off, this month is considered the end of your next base financial year. Financial planning absolutely must be completed by the end of December, and your EFC could be higher by thousands of dollars if your base financial year isn't appropriately settled when the calendar year comes to a close. Parents who get their financial ducks in a row before New Year's Eve will find themselves in a much better place for the coming year when it comes to college funding. January. We often see families either ignoring or forgetting deadlines. It's easy to do, but it's also something that costs a lot of money. The best way to avoid this pitfall is to do the legwork and simply be ready to file by priority filing dates at each school. For juniors, you have an extra year to prepare. The good news is that you are just finishing your first base financial year, which is used to calculate your financial need. Now, if you are wise, you did some planning in your base year to prepare by going through some of the items listed above for seniors. Your student can get a head start on discovering college options, requesting school brochures, investigating scholarship options, and beginning to focus on the colleges to which he or she will apply. February. For many state schools, financial aid results start to arrive in the month of February, assuming you met your FAFSA and entrance application deadlines. Prepare to be a little bit shocked when you see what the schools think you should pay. Once the initial jolt has passed, we recommend that you take a deep breath and accept every admission offer your child receives. This includes the most expensive colleges to which your student applied. At this point, you are not locked into anything, and there is plenty of time for negotiation. In addition, for those of you interested in applying for private scholarships, this is a good time to check for springtime deadlines. There could be several in the coming month. March. Thankfully, March is more like a lamb on the college funding front. This month offers you and your student a chance to catch your breath. Note that many college entrance applications are in March, so make sure that you have applied to all of your schools by now. April. At long last, you will begin to see the fruit of your labors. All of that preparation, review, study, and planning has finally ended, and the schools will send the results your way this month. The first part of the college letters will determine whether or not there is a second part. It contains the acceptance offer or the refusal. If your child has been offered a seat in the incoming class at the college, the letter will also inform you of the amount the school will provide to cover the cost of attendance. Accept every admissions offer your child receives. This includes the most expensive colleges to which your student applied. Keep your options open. May. Now is the time for that negotiation that we mentioned earlier. The more offers your child has on the table, the more schools you can play against each other. Once you are able to convince the schools that your child will consider attending another institution and they would be a valuable addition to their school, there's a good chance that you'll negotiate a more generous offer. The best way to manage this is to write directly to each college with a smaller financial aid offer. Do not directly solicit more money or threaten to attend another school. Simply state that the financial aid offer is low in comparison to other schools and respectfully request that they take another look. It also could be helpful to politely call the school's financial aid office directly. Once all of the negotiations have ended, it will be time for your child to review all of the options on the table and for you to decide together which college makes the most sense for the coming fall. June, July, and August. With the start of the summer, your graduating senior will be relaxing and also preparing for college life. We are convinced that with good financial planning and advice, along with your diligent preparation, the only factor affecting your child's choice of college should be his or her grades and test scores. That's it for this month. Remember, as a nonprofit company, our college planning services are entirely free. We're a tremendous resource for you in this process, and we'll be happy to help in any way that we can. Until next month, visit our website to download our College Planning 101 course or to subscribe to our College Planning Experts monthly video series.